If you were a kid growing up in the 80s and 90s, how could you not love the Alien franchise? Um, I am particularly fond of the Aliens film. I saw Alien, but that one was a little bit, I think for a young child, I mean, it's definitely obviously wasn't as action packed as Aliens. I mean, you had people with these big guns and shooting aliens, and it was intense. So I've got this Aliens Gorilla Alien with facehugger figure. I actually had this in childhood. And with the exception of the Alien vs. Predator 2 pack, which is awesome, and I hope to acquire for a future episode, I think this is the one that looks most like an alien from the film. You know, they had some weird ones. They had the bull alien, the scorpion alien. The alien queen's pretty cool. That's obviously pretty accurate to the film. And there were even some more they made, and some of them were just kind of like the bull alien. Like what is that? But yeah, the gorilla alien I think is pretty cool. This is from Kenner, Cincinnati, right across the river from where I am. Aliens came out in 1986. This toy line came out in 1992, which was about the time Alien 3 came out. I think that might have been that next year. But this is a cool toy line. And this is a cool figure. Almost hate to open it, but I got it for $8 at the flea market. The card's a little bent, and I mean, look at that. You have to play with that. You can't leave that in the package. It squirts water. I mean, I guess technically it's acid, but you know. It includes a Dark Horse comic book. It includes the facehugger. I've actually seen these go for $10 loose and complete without the comic, so I think $8 is a pretty good deal. And you know my philosophy, toys should be played with. You know, this is something that my kids are going to be really into, just as I was into it as a child. This shouldn't be sitting in a cell like that, as it's been for 25 years. That's a quarter of a century this thing's been locked up. That's a long time. That is cruel and unusual punishment, even for an alien. And you know, the thing is, obviously the theme of Alien is that the queen is just protecting her family, just like, you know, we would as humans. So you can't blame the queen and her minions, I guess you'll call them, for trying to kill the humans. They're, you know, they just want to survive and reproduce just like we do. So here we go. Look at that guy. He is cool. That's about the scale of a Masters of the Universe figure. Let me see. I got Saurod right here on my shelf. Yeah. So about the scale as that. Here, we'll put some Modulocks on there. How's that? I love me some Modulocks. Now we'll do one more. All right. So here's the facehugger. That's pretty cool. The facehugger can go, and I guess it's more to scale for obviously the other Kenner alien figures, but can I fit on Modulock? Kinda. It's stuck in his face. That's not something you want. But yeah, this guy is cool. He's big and he's bulky and he's badass. He's got these long arms. And what's cool about it, you know, Kenner, obviously the action features we saw in Superpowers, where they, in my opinion, perfected it. You saw it in Swamp Thing, you saw it in The Shadow, you saw it in Terminator, RoboCop, etc., etc. And Alien is no exception. So here he is. He's going to come over here. He's going to grab Modulock. It's not really meant to. And he's going to do a suplex to Modulock. So that's pretty cool. He's got this cool grip. And then the mouth, I don't know if you can hear that. It squirts water out of that little mouth, which, let's be honest, that was one of the most freaky things ever, that little extra mouth that comes out. So this guy's cool. So he's got that. We got the facehugger over there on Modulock. We got this Dark Horse comic book. Dark Horse had the rights to Alien and Predator and I think maybe Terminator also. I don't know. I didn't really get into that. But if you remember, if you grew up during this era, the Batman vs. Predator comic, that miniseries was pretty cool. And then they made some like Aliens vs. Predator. They made, I don't know, they made some other ones. I only had the Batman vs. Predator, but it's pretty slick. So here's the Gorilla Alien Jungle Attack. This is number 4. The series. Tony Harris did the art. Mark Nelson did the cover art. Doesn't say who wrote it. Tony Harris. Sounds familiar. I forget what else he did. I think he did something with Brian K. Vaughan. I don't know. Anyway. Oh, so this is cool. It tells you. It says, to be continued in Space Marines number 5, free with the Sergeant Drake action figures. So you have to get all the figures to get the whole storyline. It's kind of unfortunate how they're rolled up like this. It's kind of hard to read. That's pretty violent. Look at that. Bert just blowing that alien away. The whoosh, the flamethrower, which is obviously a very, very cool weapon. But yeah, let's get these modulocks out of the way. Let's get this face hugger. If you remember, if you've seen a different episode of Vintage Toy Freedom, I had a figure that came with a ring. I think this makes a pretty cool ring. I guess, would you wear it like that? Or would you wear it like that? I don't know. I'm not a jewelry kind of guy. I've never been a big fan of jewelry, but yeah, I don't know. I think that looks pretty cool. So you got the face hugger with the Gorilla Alien, Kenner Aliens, 1992. I mean, this is cool. This is a cool figure. This is a cool toy. He is glad to be out of his cell. He can fight Marines. He can fight Masters of the Universe people. He can fight, I don't know, whoever he wants. So, thanks for watching. Hopefully, as I mentioned, I would like to get I'd like to get that Alien Queen. That's pretty cool. But I would also like to get the Alien vs. Predator 2-pack, because I had that as a kid, and it has the movie-accurate Alien. It has a movie-accurate Predator. I actually still have the mask for the Predator. I don't know, it just got lost in a box, and I found it. So, anywho, thanks for watching. This has been Destroy Freedom, and, you know, watch out for those aliens. As it says here, the invasion is on. Uh-oh. Squirt, squirt.